Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm doing a kind of Christmas special video and I chose to make straw stars. So I did a bit of research and got this kit off of eBay. And if you unpack it, it comes with some real straw, and this one is colored in like greens, yellows, reds and blues. And then we also have uncolored straw sticks. And these are real straight straw sticks that we will make the straw stars out of. And then we also get these laying forms, and these are so you can put your straw in and then fixate it with these rings inside, so you can like bind them together and trim them up and all the things you need to do to the straw while making the star. And they come in one larger and one smaller form. And then we also have this like straw splitter. This one is a hexagon, so it makes the straw into 6 pieces. And we also get this red thread and this red needle. And most importantly, we get this book. Now I looked through the book and decided which star to start with, which was this one, because this looked quite easy. So I started splitting my straw, and I have to tell you guys, this is so satisfying. So I'm basically splitting up all of the straw I need, and after that I'm going to trim the straw sticks that I cut, and I just basically cut them into thirds because that seemed to fit the form quite well, and I will be using the smaller laying form for this project. Now this video is quite sped up because it actually took me a long time to lay this. It was really fiddly because the pieces are quite thin and they want to twist and turn around, and I was actually quite worried that I would break a piece and have to restart. But eventually I got it, and when I did, I tried to put on the holder, the fixator, and sadly something moved around, but I managed to twist it back and hold it in place to finally be able to bind them. Now, first thing I did before binding was actually trimming this up. You can of course do that after binding, but I decided to do that first because that meant that I could actually use just my fingers to like bind the pieces together, not having to use the little needle that came with the set. From then on, stringing it together was actually fairly easy. So the instruction said that I should do it with the laying form turned around, and I left a little excess from the string from the beginning so I could turn it into a loop for hanging the star up later. And then I had just started with the first knot. And when I tighten the knot, you can actually see how the straw pieces inside of the knot align, and I hope they will do that all the way around to make a neat star. And basically what I'm doing is going from the backside of each of those collection of straw pieces and just winding it around those pieces 2 times and going to the next and repeating that all around the star, and in the end I just tie the 2 long pieces together and then knot the ends of both pieces so that I can form a little loop where I can hang the star with. Now I was actually really nervous to unmold the scar, but in the end it just popped right out without even just moving a little bit of the straw, so it held up together perfectly just by the string. And so I was quite confident to start on my next straw. And this one I decided to make a bit more colorful, and it was a bit more labor intensive, but I now felt quite confident in laying the pieces, so I actually had less issues with straw pieces twisting and turning inside the form while I was laying. It still took a really long time laying this though. Now in the end, the second star didn't quite look like the one in the book, which is because I actually had my straw pieces cut too short, because I also used pieces from the previous straw. So when I laid them, I didn't have these long pieces. In my case, they would be in blue. In their case, it's in yellow, which would overlap on top, but I think it still looks really cute. Now the last star I decided to just freehand, and I chose this blue again, and pink, and this yellow, and I think the colors are looking super vibrant, which I quite like. I don't know how, but they managed to really color this straw beautifully. Now, making straw stars actually was way easier than I expected, and although the first one looks a tiny bit crooked, I think after that I really quickly got the hang of it, and my favorite one definitely is the second one. I like how in the middle the layers form a bit of dimension, and I definitely really like the colors I chose. Although while filming this part I realized that I put the thread on the wrong way. Normally it's supposed to be on the front side and not on the back side like here, but I think that makes it look even better. And for the last one with the layers, I really love how the colors look in between of each other, and I think as an experiment this star definitely still deserves a place on our Christmas tree, and I will definitely hang it up there. In the end, making straw stars I think is a really great craft, because you don't need many supplies. You basically just need the forms and the cutter, which you can get in one set. You need straight pieces of straw and any thread you want, and maybe a needle depending on the star you're making. And you don't need any glue at all, so I think it's a really easy thing you can make on the side for Christmas as a little project, maybe even with kids, and you can be so creative with the colors you choose, with how you cut the ends of the straw stars and how you lay them. You can make any pattern you can think of, and I think there are even more laying forms that have like more than, I think mine have 12 gaps. and there should be many different out there, and there are many different varieties of straw stars with layered stuff, and even with multiple threads that hold them together and stuff, and you can make them really huge and such. So I think they make great decorations and definitely a great craft that you guys really should try out for Christmas if you search for homemade decoration stuff. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a great holiday and a great winter time and a great New Year's, because this will actually be my last video of this year's. And I hope you're staying healthy. Bye!